Artificial intelligence technology is changing everything. In today's video, we're talking about the top 10 worst careers you can be in and how to adjust. All right, let's get started with our list. Number 10 on our list is cashiers, self-checkout kiosks, mobile payment systems. Heck, when I go to Chipotle, I don't even need to see a person. I just tap it in on my app. I walk in, grab my stuff, and get out. You're seeing that all over the place. I actually went to McDonald's in Orlando, the world's largest McDonald's. Pretty dope. There was a big board. I select exactly what I wanted on the board. I went, I sat down in my seat, and then a robot came out and dropped off my food for me. Technically, I could go in and not speak to one human being. They do it all for me. And quite frankly, when I go into a grocery store, Walmart, whatever, I'm almost always using self-checkout. That's anecdotal. But listen, the Bureau of Labor Statistics estimates a 10% decline in cashier jobs over the next decade. This is a big deal. So if you are a cashier right now, it's probably time to start thinking about how you can level up. And let's talk about that for just a moment before we get into number 9 on our list. Focus on human engagement. Focus on relationships. Focus on how people perceive you. If you're just seen as the cashier at the grocery store, that's going to be really tough for you to move to the next level. So focus on, I'm work with my hands. I know humans. I'm building up my relationships. Stay positive about technology. Adapt. Learn new skills. Become an expert in your craft. You might say, Mark, how can I be an expert in cashiering? Well, you probably can't. But what you could do is you could spend 10, 15, 20 minutes a day reading, learning a new skill. It's very possible. If you've got a phone, you can be an expert in anything. All right, more tips on how to level up in a moment. If you're enjoying this video, thanks for liking and subscribing. Number 9 on our list is anybody that is working in a call center. And call centers, you do not want to be in a call center right now, people. There are currently 3 million people in the US alone that are working in call centers. But with AI, it is so easy to mimic voices, to cold call, to answer calls coming in, technical support. AI chatbots and virtual assistants are taking over a huge part of the market. And AI is 24/7, it's scalable, it's super efficient, it's data-driven. It can take insights from all previous calls that you have had with a particular company or with everyone that's had a call within the company or called the company. It's personalization at scale. And like as soon as you log in, if you say, oh, this is my order number, it's going to know every transaction that you've had. It's incredibly, incredibly powerful. And, you know, in my previous life, I was working at an insurance agency and we took in tons of calls. And what do we do the first thing when someone calls in? Hold on a moment. Let me pull up your account history. You know, that takes a few minutes to look at the account history of all the notes. Plus, I have to hope that the people that have spoken to that person before were taking proper notes. With AI, holy crap, it's going to be able to transcribe every single word that you have spoken. It's going to take all of that data. And not only is it going to jot all of that down, any future call that you have, it's going to be able to bring that back. So if you are in a call center, you are exposed. And listen, the data is there. The call center AI market is growing super, super fast. Right now, at a $1.9 billion valuation, we anticipate over the next decade, it's going to 10x to about $14.6 billion, but who knows? It could be everyone. And one of the cool things that you may not know is that already AI voice is almost indistinguishable from a human voice. It will make errors on purpose just to sound more normal. So for example, you might get a call that says, hey, Mr. Smith, it's really nice to see you today. Really nice to talk to you. So it'll have these pauses. It will use filler words like and you know, the stuff that, well, humans use. It's doing that. It's mimicking. But it doesn't just stop there with call centers. People are less likely to call on the phone, but more likely to use text bots. Here's another cool thing you can do with Google Gemini AI bot is I can do a screen share and ask Google Gemini, hey, how do I execute dark mode on my Google Doc sheet or my cloud? And it'll say, well, first click the settings button and then go to appearance and then choose your theme. And it can actually walk us through, and it's only going to get better. I'll give you another example. And this, I know this is anecdotal. I was in a webinar the other day. I was looking at this new AI chatbot. Well, it's basically designed to not close deals, but to book appointments for your sales department. Pretty slick. And I was asking questions in the Zoom chat, in the webinar chat, and I wasn't getting my answers quick enough. So what did I do? I went to their website and I started asking the chatbot on their website, and the answers were spot on. Every question I asked was boom, right there. Boom, right there. Boom, right there. I got my answers immediately. It was awesome. And what was also cool is this chatbot was continuously prompting me to give it my email address, my phone number, to get on the calendar with their sales team. Really, really powerful. If you are in a call center right now, you are exposed. You need to start thinking about how you're going to level up. What I would recommend is, we're going back in recommendation mode here, is become an expert in your field and find ways to replace your time using AI. If you're in a call center right now, think about, hey, is there a way I can use AI to empower myself? This common adage goes like this: AI won't replace your job. Someone using AI will replace your job. And is that going to be you? Are you going to be the person who's using AI to be more effective, more efficient? Or are you going to be the person who's complaining on the sidelines that your job was replaced? Because I promise you, if you are in a call center, you are exposed. All right, number 8 on our top 10 worst careers to be in is a driver. If you're in trucking, taxi service, home delivery, if you're an Amazon driver, all these jobs are extremely exposed because autonomous vehicle technology is not only coming, it's here. How many of you there, if you've seen this before, if you've experienced this, type it in the comments below. You know someone who's used a Tesla to drive them from point A to point B, and they haven't touched the wheel, or maybe they're lightly touching the wheel. It drives 100%. Heck, I knew someone several years ago who had their Tesla drive them all the way from the West Coast of Florida in Naples, all the way, park in their garage in the East Coast of Florida, Coral Springs. It did 2 hours of driving autonomously. These are popping up everywhere. And it doesn't just stop with Tesla. Waymo has autonomous taxis driving all over the place now. They're driving in San Francisco, in Phoenix, in LA. Pray for LA, by the way, with all the fires. Holy cow, that's crazy. They're also driving in Austin, in Atlanta. Within the next probably 2 to 4 years, you're going to see self-driving taxis all over the place. If you are a taxi driver, you are crazy exposed. And let's look at the global market size. The autonomous vehicle market is expected to grow from $74 billion in 2024 to $100 billion in 2025. This is moving really fast. This represents a compound annual growth rate of 35%. 35%. Do you think it's going to stop? No. And part of this is human beings being more comfortable in these autonomous vehicles. The more comfortable humans are in these autonomous vehicles, if I have a good experience and I go and I tell my friend they're going to use it, they're going to tell their friend, and all of a sudden everyone's like, okay, I'm actually comfortable getting in a car with no driver. The long-term forecast by 2035, the market is projected to reach $450 billion. $450 for the compound annual growth rate of 22% per year. You need to be aware. Now, I think the one, let me reverse this just a little bit. If you are a home delivery driver, you might be okay for now because they still need someone